you join with the trio from Nashville. They are known as Brassfield. Two brothers and a sister-in-law. So
That's
it's
right.
it's a family thing. So
Yes.
I'm happy to have you all on. For Jesse, this is actually your second appearance on this show.
It
Um,
is. I'm so grateful to be back.
yeah, so I've known Jessie for several years. She, a part of a former group, performed in Lexington on numerous occasions. And it's always been cool. It's been love. And when I heard that Brassfield was put together, I had to see what it was all about. And when I found out Jesse, like, okay, Jesse, and then she got family involved now, so it's
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. So with a couple of members being their first time on this particular show, let's do a roll call before I get to the questions. So introduce yourselves individually, and what role do you play in the group? Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. My name's Chadley Brassfield. I guess the role I play is Jesse's husband, so I just do whatever she says to do. Um, if she says to sweep the floor, I just sweep the floor. No, I'm just kidding. No, I sing and play guitar in the group. I also write songs, also produce songs, and I think it's all a pretty collaborative effort. Bradley, you want to go next?
Yeah, I'm Bradley Brassfield, and I'm Chadley's older brother. I play lead guitar in the band, and I sing some. I just follow their lead on a lot of stuff. We write and produce our own songs, so it is truly a collab together as a group.
All right. And I'm Jessie, and I am a singer and piano player. I also write songs and co-produce some stuff. And I am Chadley's wife. And yeah, Brassfield's our last name, and that's where the band name comes from.
Boom.
Self-explanatory right there. So y'all been very busy as far as putting music out, and it dates back to December actually, when y'all released the Christmas EP, and
Yeah.
I've got to play some Christmas music on the show in December, and I guess one of y'all, if not all of you, may have seen the tags on Instagram and
Yeah.
Yes, we
Facebook,
did.
and I did play some songs off that EP. Uh, so
Aw.
it was pretty amazing, very solid EP, nice
Aw.
introduction to the digital music masses with these platforms. But before we get to your latest single, "Sitting on a Rock," let's talk about exactly how did Brassfield came to be. I know Jessie, she's been part of a group before, but how did Brassfield got together?
Well, Bradley and I had been a trio called Brassfield Alley for about 7 years in Nashville, and we always loved the way we just loved to sing together, but we always loved the way we sounded with a female part. And as soon as I met Jesse, I always wished that we could be in a trio with Jesse, but the timing just wasn't right yet. And the very second that we found the opportunity to join up, we joined forces, and that's how Brassfield kind of came to be. We were already writing songs together, Jesse and I, and it just made a whole lot of sense. And I'm just so thankful and so grateful that we get to do this together.
Me too. It's the best thing I've ever done in my career. It's a huge blessing.
And for what I've heard in the songs that y'all put out so far, y'all sound incredible. Very, very
Mm.
good. And
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
so, with Nashville being the mecca of country music, obviously, it's like you can go to a grocery store and may run into a musician and not even know it. That's just how big of a music city Nashville is. So, as far as the performing aspect, how has it been just, going through this journey as Brassfield, doing shows in Nashville and surrounding areas? Y'all even performed in Kentucky maybe once or
That's right.
twice. And shame on me for not being there.
Oh, that's okay.
So
We're gonna get back. Hopefully, we'll be back soon, and we'll let you know.
so cool. I'm definitely looking forward to it. So, as far as performing, man, what's it been like, with this being family, when it comes to groups and bands and such, chemistry, camaraderie, that's definitely important traits to have. So with y'all
It
being
is.
family and going on the road together and performing, what's that been, getting to perform and, in front of crowds and such? Obviously, before the pandemic hit, what's it been like getting to perform with each other?
Well, it's been
Yeah,
awesome. Go ahead, brother.
I think Chad and I played basketball in high school, a little bit in college, and we had this brothers. We're not twins, but we're kind of like twins. Or I just throw the ball, or he throws the ball, and I'm just there, or he's there. So on stage, it's a very similar camaraderie. It's there's not much said. It's just a nod or a look here or there, and that kind of thing. And the band never listens to it; they just do their own thing. But
Huh.
it's a very I mean, we play everything from corporate gigs, right? Your company wants a band for their little event, all the way to festivals and fairs and things like that. And the band chemistry is fun when everybody's just smiling and grinning and everybody's screaming and hollering, and that goes for us and the crowd. It's a fun thing, man. It's
Yeah.
we do everything from there to small gigs and in between.
Yeah. I would say that that's where we thrive the most in
Yeah.
situations in the past. I've been in situations where it's hard to really voice your opinion because there's 6 or 7 different opinions. And when you're working with family, if you're really close to your family like we are, those opinions aren't so hard to just say out loud. Like Jessie is, she's so great at understanding everyone's feelings, and also she's a leader as well. I don't know. I think the best way to sum it all up is like Bradley said. We're just all we just have each other's backs, and it feels super easy, and it just feels natural and fun.
And we all laugh a lot. I think the three of us all have a really good sense of humor, and so I think that's, for me, that's always important in any relationship. Is to laugh and just
Yeah.
know how to have fun, and we do that all the time. We have a great time together.
Yeah.
And it definitely shows with the music. It definitely shows with the performance that y'all put out, and it's fun. Getting to do things for family is always a good thing, and just this music journey that y'all have had, and y'all just y'all bring so much good to the local scene in Nashville. I will vouch for Brassfield. And I haven't even seen it perform yet. I will vouch for Brassfield, no doubt about it.
Oh,
So
thank you so much.
you're absolutely welcome. So Sitting on the Rock is your latest single. Just came out last Friday. It is available on all digital music platforms. Please do yourself a favor and go stream that song. Go buy it. Go support this
Please.
trio. They always deliver when it comes to country music. So
Hmm.
talk about putting together Sitting on a Rock. It definitely got a nice tune, nice feel for it. My head was nodding when I played that
All
song.
right, that's a good
So,
sign.
That's a great song. Yeah.
so
This song was fun. It was this is our first release that's more country, right? It's got
Mhm.
a B bender on it, guitar playing. It's a country song, And I remember the day Chadley and I and a buddy of ours, Will Nance, was in the writing room, and and this was our first time meeting Will Nance, who's written "She's Everything" for Brad Paisley, a slew of George Strait hits. I mean, just the guy's a beast, right? And
Mm-hmm.
we're nervous as crap. I mean, this is 2012, 13 or so, and this is our first time seeing this guy, and he comes in. Y'all got an idea? We're like, no. We're hoping you got the idea because you're, Will. And then he's like, yeah, I got an idea. I was thinking about it on the way drive up, sitting on a rock, and we were like, okay. I don't know how to process that. Like, what are you talking about? He's like, no, trust me, it's gonna be sexy. I got an idea, and we trusted him, and it's one of my favorite songs that I've been a part of to date. It's just a really fun summer song, and it's all about getting sexy, putting your toes in some water, and having a good time with your lady friend or dude friend if you're singing it to a dude, right?
Yeah, and another funny thing about that, I remember we were signed to a record deal at the time, and we wrote that in a construction area where there was a jackhammer going off, and it was super distracting. It was hard to concentrate. We were already, like Brad said, we were already nervous, and trying to write that song with a jackhammer going off for 3 hours wasn't the most creative environment. But I will say, it's one of those songs, and I don't feel this way about every write, but it's one of those songs that whenever we finished, I felt like we had written a hit song, and I hope I'm proven right about that eventually. But crowds love it.
We feel really good about it. It was produced by Paul Worley, who's a legendary Nashville producer. Well, he's legendary, all over the world because he's produced some huge songs for Lady A, like Need You Now, and a lot of their big hits. If I Die Young by Van Perry and a lot of their big hits. He put Brooks and Dunn together. He produced Martina McBride, The Chicks. He just has this huge, Big and Rich. Yeah, he's got a huge roster. Oh yeah, I think he told us his first job ever was his first big job was Little Richard, I think.
Ooh.
So we got to go in to the studio with him here in Nashville in July of 2020, and we used some of Nashville's best musicians, and we got to record this song. And so we are really proud of it, and it's getting some good traction so far. So we hope people will keep streaming it.
Amen.
Keep it coming.
That has to be one of the most intriguing stories I've heard as far as having a song put together. Nothing says a songwriting session than to have a bunch of noise running around while y'all trying to put this song out. And, circumstances, it happens, but, it turned out pretty good.
Thank
The
you,
cool
man.
thing about it was, this was our first time meeting just a legend of a writer, and the circumstance of the absurdity of a jackhammer going off and these, big trucks backing up, beep, beep, it was crazy. And it just made us laugh, and to this day he's one of our, really, really close friends because it was just an absurd situation. And it just, it brought everybody down to earth, and it made everybody comfortable and just laugh about it. And we came up with a fun song out of it. I think that was a cool moment as, writers for Chadley and I to be so nervous, and then boom, it was comfortable the rest of the time.
Yeah.
I mean, a jackhammer was going off and it was crazy, but it was a comfortable ride. It was fun. He made us feel like we belonged, and then, we came up with this song. So it was a fun time.
Yeah.
It definitely turned out real good. Sitting on a Rock, latest single from Brassfield, just came out last Friday. It is indeed available on all digital music platforms right now as we speak. So, and it's getting a lot of streams right now. So please go buy the record, go stream it. And when you do that, go tell your friends about it, and they could tell their friends about it. Don't be that one person that likes to have all the good music for yourself and you're not sharing it to everybody. Don't be that person. Spread. Sharing is caring
Right.
on this show, especially when it comes to supporting local and independent music. Brassfield, so incredible. So
So much.
y'all gotten to perform, um, since the pandemic and things are open up, places are open up again. Um, as far as y'all gained a lot of momentum right now. So, what is next for Brassfield as far as shows or maybe a new EP or maybe a new album? What's next for Brassfield in the coming weeks?
Yeah, so
Retirement.
we've got a
Yeah.
couple new songs still coming out. We are definitely starting to play, which is great. During the pandemic, we lost a lot of shows. I don't want to go there, but we lost a lot of shows, and now it's picking up, so that's great. So we'll be doing our house party tour. So if any of you guys out there listening, if y'all have a house and you want to have a party,
Or backyard.
then we want to do the tour at your place, right? So just get in contact with us or our management. And I guess the next biggest thing for us is we're getting ready to take these songs that we've been writing around town here in Nashville and try to get a record deal. And that's something that we have our eyes set on right now, for sure.
And that's another reason that streaming for us is so important. I always say we don't ask y'all to stream because it's all about the money, because I don't know that people really understand streaming just pays pennies. So, that doesn't matter.
Right.
Pennies don't matter. What matters are the numbers, because right now with social media and all the numbers, the streaming numbers, labels look at all of those numbers and they take that into account. So just streaming, following, liking things on social media, that as independent artists, that means so much to us. So that's why we've been pushing streaming and all of our social media, because we want our music to touch people all over the world, and that's why we do music. That's why it's important to us.
Yeah, it's definitely important to support these artists more than ever, especially with things opening back up. Now, while we still dealing with some restrictions here and there, if you feel comfortable and being fully vaccinated does help too. You can go to these shows and give these artists that energy, and if they got merch, buy it. Be that helping hand to these artists, and they would truly appreciate it. And Brassfield is definitely one of my favorite trios, and of any genre, of any music that's out right now. And I really like Sitting on a Rock. I really do. And just hearing that story makes me like that song even more. It's pretty amazing. And I also like Brassfield because we do have some things in common. As far as living and such, Bradley and Chapley, y'all from my neck of the woods in Tupelo,
Oh,
Mississippi.
really?
Yeah, I was born
Oh, I
there.
didn't know that.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's
Nice.
so shout out to Mississippi. Tupelo
that's right.
especially,
Nice.
and of course Jessie. She's a Lexington native. I live there currently.
Yeah.
I lived there most of my life, half of my
Oh,
life literally.
it's so
So
great. I'm a
and
big Kentucky fan.
yeah, so and anytime I see you at the Lexington shows, they quite the crowd. Let me just put it to you that way. So to Jesse, to Chad, to Bradley, it is a pleasure of chatting with you all. And just congratulations on everything y'all done up to this point. And I look forward to hearing more from Brassfield moving forward. And once y'all make y'all way back here to Kentucky, I will definitely do what I can to make it to these shows and see y'all. I'm actually back going to shows again. So I'm just saying, whenever y'all able to, I'm just putting it out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We can't wait to get back and play in Kentucky. We have some stuff in the works, so hopefully there will be some things that we can announce soon, but we're really looking forward to getting back to doing all kinds of shows like we did before the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So go check out the website, brassfieldmusic.com. That's brassfieldmusic.com. All the upcoming shows, all the music, all the info on this trio is on that website. Again, that's brassfieldmusic.com. The latest single is Sitting on the Rock, that is available on all digital music platforms. Again, I want to thank you all for joining me this evening. It's been a lot of fun, and I enjoy having y'all on here and keep up the good work. Y'all really got something going with this music, and I look forward to hearing more. So thank y'all for your time, and I'll see y'all down the road.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Kenny.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you
the
so
best.
much, man.
Thank you for the kind words. We appreciate you so much.
Much love, much love. Y'all have a good night.